What's up, good peoples? This is Dante. Happy White Day Wednesday. Happy belated to Alpha Month. Yeah, he didn't want to disclose his age, but we'll just say he's 30, 32. 30.
Is that his age though?
Oh, we have Kiki on here. We have Red Pill, and we have Max Savage on here. And then Shirley's going to tap in a little later. She's working on some technical difficulties, so we had to start our podcast. But said no audio. What's in no audio? Let me see. Someone said I had no audio on my live stream. What's going on? Let's see.
So we can say whatever we want.
Will said something. No audio. I'm like, shut up, bro.
And then he said, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, fucker. Anyways. Oh, man. Anyways, so this episode is gonna be. I talked about it I think a few seasons back about game, but we have it's the game. We like to hear game. Talking about game, but we're gonna kind of do this a little different. We're just gonna have a conversation, but the topic is gonna be built around that. I know we usually wing it anyway, but I have some questions here and things like that. But that's pretty much what the topic is. I hear people say, "Oh shit, here we go again." Yeah, so I don't know if Leland's gonna hop on. She says she might.
So
yeah. Says she
We'd
might
love to have her again.
She says she's doing her hair right now, so she might hop on. So y'all ready for it? But yeah. So the buzzwords today, guys. We added one more. I guess. Fortunately, I guess 3 wasn't enough, or 2 wasn't enough. It has to be 4.
More the merrier.
So more buzzwords. If you guys are just now tuning in. The buzzwords are words that we say. If we say any of these words, we have to get personal hot seat questions. So anyone opens up to that. And yeah. But I think it's kind of echo on yours. What's up, Aunt Shirley? Yeah. But yeah, so that's the buzzwords. It's gonna be player, alpha, simp, and beta. So that is the words. So none of you guys say that.
Simp and beta.
You guys got it? To this point, I will not say it again. All right. So the main segment is game. What is game, guys? What is this good description that we can break down? What is game and dating?
I'll go first.
You want to go first?
I think the best and the most concise description of game I can get is typically how do you navigate the dating field to get what you want. That's it. It's like how do you navigate through the whole dating field, dating process to end up with the result that you want. And the more game you have, the more likely you'll end up with the result that you want. The less likely you'll end up with the result you don't.
Okay. From the woman's perspective, what's game to you, Kylie?
I would say it's pretty much what Markel said. I mean, I don't know how to say it in a different way. I think it's pretty much the same.
Is it, is it such thing as someone having not so strong game to finesse their way into someone's heart? Is there such thing as someone not having game? I've seen a lot of movies back in the 90s, like Player. Oh, shit, I just said the word.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Name. Yeah, whatever. There's so many of them. There's 4 of them. Down to say one of them. All right, but we'll go into that later. But there's so many movies kind of going around that, like all that stuff. So I mean, I haven't heard too much of it, but I think it's like you're still selling yourself. Like you're selling yourself to somebody to the best of your ability and what you got. That's what I think it is. Like the whole one fell in. So I'll start with a question here. The question will be, what does game mean to you as a woman?
Oh, so I have to go first, but Aunt Shirley's not even on here yet.
I don't know. She tapped out. She was on for a few minutes. She tapped out. But it's just you. The only one.
I mean, didn't you just ask me that? But it's basically, navigating the dating scene in order to get what you want. Basically what Markel just said.
How does a woman use her game, and what should men know about it?
I think, for example, if you're at a bar or a club, and if you're a woman and you want a man to buy you a drink or something, I guess it's just recognizing like what man would buy you a drink. It's the men that approach you, because it's kind of weird if you approach a guy on your own that you're interested in and you expect him to buy you a drink.
Why is it weird? What makes it weird?
I don't know. You can't expect that because he wasn't the first one to approach you. So, but if you're only looking for dudes to buy you drinks and not really looking to meet anybody,
It's like game.
Then you just have the guy buy you a drink, and then you say like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back," and then just never
ghost
come
him? Damn.
or just
Please
leave.
tell me that's actually happened.
Question. This is
I feel that
legitimate,
in my
right?
soul, man. I was like,
So I don't buy drinks for girls for this exact reason, right? I just don't buy drinks. And in fact, when I'm like talking to a girl, I'm going to see how likely it is she'll buy me a drink. Not that she has to. I'm just curious, right? But let's say, as a woman, you're going out with your girls. Let's say you're taking out one of your nieces or cousins. She just turned 21. She doesn't know how to get free drinks yet. How would you explain to her, open to close, how do you get a free drink at a bar?
Low cut shirt, show a little bit of skin, free drink.
Yeah, full face makeup, hair done.
I'm saying no words are needed, to be honest. Like you can just do it on a look.
Yeah,
like if you got the right
open.
look, and that's what it is.
Open.
Women can do game without even opening their mouth, and that's guys have to speak.
Yeah, just be open, and if you want to get a free drink, just stand near the bar and don't like face the bar, like face with your back against the bar, like you're open. Like, oh, you're open for people to talk to you, You're not like, you don't have your arms folded or anything, like your body language says that you're open.
And so a guy comes up and he starts talking to you. How do you, if he's not offering, but how would you kind of influence him to offer that, steer the conversation there?
Do one of these.
I can't even see. Hold on. What?
Oh. One of these, you know what I'm saying? Like keep going as far down as that shirt will take it, Not a whole thing, but just a little bit.
No.
I don't know if he's looking at it like buy you a drink, he's gonna ask you how are you.
Well, it depends. Like if you already have a drink and it's already empty, then maybe he'll see like, oh, do you want me to get you another one or something? Or if you don't have a drink, then maybe he'll offer. Do you want me to get
still fully predicated on he has to make that offer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to show that you're interested. Like make a lot of eye contact, And
So
if he says something like kind of funny, like laugh, like overly laugh at it, even though it wasn't really that funny, and smile.
Yeah, because I never went to like the 18 and up like bars and clubs. I really didn't start until I was 21. Right, I'm not much older than 21 now. But before I even started going to clubs, it just somehow got in my head: don't buy a girl a drink. That was just already ingrained in me. Just don't buy her a drink. Like, that's not your open. Maybe if you've been talking for a bit and you're going to close or you're going to go home with something, then maybe you buy one for both you guys, like a shot to go. But it's like, that's not your open. So I don't open with that ever, or ever do it, to be honest. Unless she came with me to that bar. Other than that, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't rarely.
If I found you here, you already had enough money to pay for it,
Yeah, I don't. just for that reason, I don't buy a lot of girls drinks for that reason. I'm like, man, they just, you know what I mean? Like, unless it's like
I usually try to go for a dance first.
yeah. Unless it's like a friend of mine.
That's a tough one too. I don't really dance with that many guys unless like I see that they're a good dancer. But if they're not, then like I'm not gonna.
Exactly. I always like the challenge. So
It's
if I can get her to dance, then I can get her to talk. If I get her to talk, then I might buy her a drink and then go from there. But I'm
you
not
know what?
sure.
Don't buy a drink. Like buy us some food. Like get us some like fries or something. I'd rather have that than a drink.
That's when you tell her Safeway's open 24 hours. Let's go get some groceries and I'll cook for you back at my place.
Girl, you like
I would
spaghetti?
totally go back to your place with you and not even hook up with you. I would just
Yeah, like what if that happens? What if you got to take her, cook her some amazing food? She's like, that was great. Bye.
Well, before
I'd be like, what the
I'm
fuck?
already gonna test the waters, right? So if like while I'm cooking, I'm testing the waters, and I can tell it's just not gonna happen. I'm still gonna
fuck
cook
up the
because
food?
we're already there, but she can't take leftovers, right? And she's not getting like top shelf wine. And I was like, well, I'm gonna test.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
waters,
saying.
right?
You're gonna muck it up. You're gonna be like, yo, like I could do a 5-star spaghetti right now. But
Right.
this bitch gonna give me like a 2-star. We'll put some ketchup in it, you know? Some hot
Right.
dogs.
Like if I can tell it's not gonna happen, I'll just give her a plate and say, serve yourself. You're good. Like
Mhm.
you're done. Just make your own plate.
That's a real sign. Like
I'll
that
get
kind
myself
of
a beer. I don't get her one. Then we just the
That's
bottle
one
of
of
wine, like in
those-
a quarter. I'm not gonna touch it.
that's one of those like married passive aggressive ways of getting at your spouse is to sit there and be like, I cook food, serve yourself, and like sit down. It's like, yeah, like that shows that you fucked up somehow. Like I remember those conversations. And I'm like, whoa, what'd I do? Like, what's going on?
Someone comment, when you do that, you show your supplement game with your wallet.
Read that one more time.
He said when you do that, you show your supplement game with your wallet.
Oh man.
yeah, drinks are expensive.
Oh, yeah.
It's out here.
I would hate.
And the
going
fucked
back
up
to the whole
part about it,
dancing thing.
if you're gonna buy a girl drink, she could be like, "Oh, I want this." They get the most expensive shit. Like,
I mean, rule number one is like you don't buy them shit until they deserve it. So it's like you just like she don't get a drink or she doesn't get a gift or food just because she's pretty. That's bullshit.
people do that, man. People do that. They got the money. They don't care.
I mean, if you have the money and
Yeah, I
you
saw a
have
dude-
limited
If
money,
you have the
why
money,
not?
it's like,
Why not?
I saw a dude cash out like almost damn near G one night on like buying hella people drinks at the he came to our table. It was one of my homegirls' birthday. Whole bunch of girls there. She's like, yeah, drinks on me, man. Like he started throwing like bottle service, more extra bottles. I was like, bro, that's a lot, bro. This is expensive. I looked at the receipt. I looked over at him. I'm like, I told him, I was like, hey man, I got some cash. You know, I'll help you out here. He's like, oh man, thanks. But I felt bad. I was like, oh shit, because he was all had his Rolex on. He was like, yeah, man, I'm about to stun on people. I'm about to just, man, I'm about to flex. And I was like, man, bro, like you don't need to do all that. These girls.
Well, then why do you feel bad for that? He's the one who did it.
I was like, these girls are not gonna hook up with you, man. I know every one of them.
No.
Oh,
Well, he felt bad because
No.
homeboy just probably just didn't know any better.
and I
He
felt
didn't
bad
know
because
any better.
I didn't stop like that. I looked at him. I was like, all right, man, free drinks.
I mean, it's his experience, so let him.
Yeah, everyone's got to learn. Like, you can't just go baller like that. It doesn't work like that. If you sit there and you're a guy and you're like, I'm going to buy everybody here drinks, everyone's going to go, oh, we can just get this shit for free. Like,
Yeah.
no one's alternative is to be like, I'm going to have sex with this person now. He's
Exactly.
fucking buying bottles at a time. Like, fucking hop on this. I wouldn't
Coming.
even know the dude, and I'd be like,
I feel like he owned the bar.
yeah, right?
Like he owned the club. He's like, keep him coming. Keep him coming. Keep him coming.
Stupid.
Like he was like Bruce Wayne up in there, man. I was like, all right, man, cool.
So his money could have been spent on something way better than that shit.
Yay.
But
You know what, man? I've seen it before. So when you say like, oh, you don't need to do all that, man. Dudes be doing that all the time. They cash out. I've been in the club scene since I was like 14. I used to use my brother's ID to get 18 over clubs.
God.
I've been in the scene.
how often do they
Holy
take
Bro,
shit, man.
14. I grew up in the club.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm like,
This is why you don't trust girls, bro. You've been seeing girls in the clubs for
I don't, man.
you're old,
See
minus
it?
14. You just can't use YouTube much. You have PTSD. You can't. You have
Screwed up,
PTSD.
bro.
That's why you can't commit, bro.
I'm all screwed up, man. Like I'm like, fuck, dude. I don't trust nobody at this point.
You see
But
so many girls like just going there and just
it's it's crazy because like I'll bring people who like first go to the club. It's like, oh, my ears are still ringing. It's like, oh yeah, you get used to it. I'm deaf in one ear at some point.
Dante can't go to sleep unless he has club music in the background.
Yeah, I gotta have it, bro.
He's like a subtle.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
so
so
like every once in a while, like
bro, the reason why I got so hooked up in the club because I knew someone that worked there, and she just let us in every time for free. Like we're just getting in there, and I'll just go talk to. You know what I mean?
Word.
So, like I seen people holler at girls. I see people fail. I see people success. I seen it all, man.
Is it working now?
Yes, finally.
Hey, there we go.
All right.
Whoa.
All right, so now I'm gonna be on the hot seat.
Oh,
I'm on the hot seat today, so you guys can ask questions. I was waiting for Aunt Shirley to come in here.
oh.
I'm on the hot seat today, so you guys can ask some questions. I'll go in there and do it. Ask personal questions, whatever you want to ask. Go ahead. 10 seconds. You don't say nothing.
I have a question.
Oh shit.
Dante, do you eat ass?
Whoa.
I don't.
Oh, really?
I repeat, I don't.
Or
Kylie, do you know something that we don't know?
oh, wait, what?
I don't eat the booty like
Kylie knows something
groceries.
about Dante that we don't know.
I don't eat the booty like groceries.
I don't know. Kylie, what do you think? Does he eat the booty?
Why would I know that?
Know him like longer than all of us?
Huh?
Maybe not Max Savage, but
Max Savage is half black.
I'm just wondering if you would just hear like some cursory story about him doing that. That's why I asked.
Try
Oh, about Dante eating booty? No, I haven't heard one yet.
Okay.
Yet. Haha.
He said no, but I didn't believe him. That's why I had to ask you. If you knew.
Why would you?
I didn't believe you.
What's up, Stephanie? How's it going? Someone said try it, you'll love it. Like, God damn. Am I missing something?
Oh,
Yes. Yes, you are.
Oh, shit. All right. I swear every episode we always talk about eating ass.
I know.
Any episode I'm part of, it's all about eating ass. It's just how it is.
I brought it up because you're here.
I'm gonna do this podcast is gonna be called Eat Ass now. We're just gonna just name it Eat Ass.
But that's nasty.
Why date when you could just eat ass, right? Like
Oh, there you go.
new T-shirts. I'm
Oh,
about it.
gross.
Oh, maybe I'm missing out. We'll see. Maybe I'll keep you guys posted if I be experimental at one point.
All right. Well, that's all I wanted to know. I'm sure there are more questions.
Miss you too. All right.
man.
Who else? Anyone else? Anyone else?
Ever had a girl run game on
Comments?
you?
Anyone else?
I have a question. I got a question. You ever had a girl run game on you and it was so smooth you didn't know until like halfway through? Like, oh, she's running game.
I've been bamboozled.
Girls, I don't know if it's called game. Maybe I did get bamboozled. Maybe
Yeah.
at some point. But maybe I looked and I was like, did she just bamboozle me? But, I don't know if it was
Did
game,
it?
though. I think it was just kind of
But
was
that
it
is
reverse
game, though.
psychology. It's reverse
Like,
psychology.
no, if she got what she wanted out of you by like piquing your sexual or romantic interest, she ran game on you, bro.
Yo.
I
Yeah.
don't like that. I don't like to get ran. I don't like. And I know how women feel. Like I don't want to get ran on, man. I don't like game.
Why do you keep saying it like that?
I know. I'm all the way.
I don't like that. I don't like when people
Like,
take.
that means something
I
else,
don't like when
man.
people successfully able to bamboozle me. I don't.
Nobody does.
But just quick question for the guys here. Like, when a girl does do that, right? When a girl runs game on you,
Barely.
you find out like later, like party's always kind of like respect. Like that was
A little
smooth.
bit. It's like
Game recognized game, respect. Like I'm mad and upset, and you hurt my ego, but
you
you, know, I
got.
got you gotta respect the game.
Can I tell you guys about a story?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so my mom and dad, this is their very first date, right?
Right.
My dad is like this big macho guy. He was working in the Silicon Valley and he thought he was the shit. And he takes my mom out to this restaurant. And this is the best subtle form of game on my mom's part that I just respect it. So she goes, they're at this dinner and my dad's just talking about himself and all his accomplishments. And my mom is like actively listening, right? But as he's talking to her, she's like looking at another guy in the background. And he's like picking up on the fact that she's paying attention to like another guy, right?
Right.
So like, and she knows like his ego he hates when the attention is not on him. So like, So he's talking about himself. My mom's like, yeah, but she's like eyeing the guy in the back. And like, because my mom's attention was like split, it encouraged my dad to like, oh yeah, he was like, she can get whatever she wants on the menu and all of these things to kind of like gain her attention. And he
was asking her about herself.
Yeah, like he totally switched up. And it was such a subtle move on my mom's part. I respect it. Like
it's chess, not checkers.
Exactly.
For sure. That's chess, not checkers.
And now I'm here, so it worked.
Oh.
I was about to say that's what it was. He's like, I need to put a baby in this chick for her to, you know, pay attention.
Yeah, like
She'll really pay attention to me.
Yeah. To her.
Yeah.
That's though.
Blouses.
All right.
One more.
Questions for Dante.
Dante, what's the name of the first person you fell in love with?
Ooh.
I never fell in love.
That's a fucking lie.
Yeah, that's a lie.
That is a goddamn lie.
Yeah, it's easy.
What are you? What?
No, not fair. You have to answer the question. That's how the rules work.
That's facts. I would have told you.
No. Fucking you make somebody up, goddammit. Like,
Yeah, that's fine.
I know for a fact you've gotten a little soft on
No.
at least what bullshit.
I liked somebody, but it wasn't like love.
Was it a hard like? Was it a like of I could see something going further with this? Like, tell me that kind of like.
Yeah, man.
Maybe you just don't know what the fuck love is.
Ouch.
He's probably right. I mean,
Well, no, I mean,
Probably.
probably right.
a lot of people don't know what that is, so I get it.
Love? What is love?
Who knows?
Baby, don't
That's
hurt me.
deep.
Don't hurt me no more.
So I'm one of those where like
I was
love
gonna
is
say, I want to know what love is.
Um,
love is.
No, I actually legitimately want to know, like, what do you guys think love is? And what does love mean to you, Dante?
Oh, fuck. She's gonna change the whole episode. Change it on.
Oh, okay, my bad. Right, okay.
I see. That
Oh,
could've been
no, I
content
think this is an
something
amazing
else.
topic, and I want everyone to answer this.
Yeah, I really want to know.
I'm gonna say, ouch. Maybe that's why no booty eating.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
when you're in
right.
love
You've
with
never
your
felt.
booty.
You know, that is what love is. Love is being able to go. If a chick goes, hey, like, there's something I want to do. It's something I'm a little bit on the fence about. I don't want you to tell anybody, but I need you to eat my asshole.
He's
And
like,
you're
sure.
like, done.
Why not?
You're like, absolutely. That's the
Going
sacrifice to be made. Let's go. All in. This
Going
is what
in.
satisfies.
So Max Savage, do you get your ass ate?
No.
Oh.
No.
No, but that's because I don't like shave down there, so I wouldn't want to eat my ass. Like I'll just say it like I understand, and I'm okay with that because like that's kind of how it is. Like if let's just say women had hairy buttholes, guys wouldn't be eating it, you know? Like if they just kept catching it down there.
Well,
I don't know about that.
Gross, bro.
That's gross.
I don't know
That's
about that.
nasty. I'm not picking shit out of my teeth. Like no. That's how it is. If I decided to start shaving from like everything baby smooth from waist down, I could be like, oh, like I can see this being an interaction, a talk. But at the state it is now, no, I'm good.
So you would, if you had a cleaner butthole, you're saying. Like if you're shaving, you would.
Would
would
you,
let it happen?
Markel?
If I was in the state of mind to shave myself clean, would I try it once? Absolutely. I believe everybody should try everything they're comfortable with at least once. You know, like you don't know if you like something until you try it, kind of a mindset. But then again, there you go. I used to be a swimmer back in high school, and like you had to shave everything. I didn't like how it felt. Like I loved when my legs were all smooth and shit, but literally everything in the bikini area and the ass area, that hair is supposed to be there. So it sucks when you get rid of all of it.
Hold on,
So
you wear
I'm like, it's not worth, to me, it's not worth 2 seconds of getting my ass licked for 2 weeks of my ass hurting from hair growing back.
Hold on, wait a
Maybe
minute.
that's how I see it.
Hey Max, you said you wear a bikini? What do you mean bikini?
Like a speedo.
That's what they wear.
Yeah.
I thought you like you say swimsuit.
Yeah, it's a fucking bikini. That's what it is.
Have you guys seen those? Like those like cock socks where it's just like a little strap that goes over your dick and your leg. Have you seen those? It's like a little. So it's kind of like a bikini bottom, but it only goes on one side. So the left side of your like leg and ass is out. It's this little like thing that goes in between. Goes like if your leg like this, it just goes around the inside.
I feel like you see that on a bunch of like European beaches, like old.
I'm just like I don't know, like I don't know if I just walk around with a cock sock, dude. Like, I don't know if I could do that. Speedos, I probably could do. Like, if I just found like an excellent way to like.
Yo, don't even get me started. Out here in San Francisco, dudes walk around. I swear to God, these guys are famous. They have visors that they wear, and then a little visor on their penis, and that's it.
That's
and they're
hilarious.
famous. And I'm like, I'm not about that. I'm not about to just cock visor it, you know, like.
Cock visor. To protect them from sun, dude. You don't want sun damage on the tip of your pee-pee, bro.
Of course not.
Sun
No.
damage.
It's so unfair. Like, men can do all this ridiculous stuff, and women can't even show nipples on IG. Like, that's ridiculous.
Okay, you can't say that anymore because I see tons of nipples every single day on IG. That's
Yo,
They
I
may
just
still
saw
get paid for
one
it.
today.
Following.
I've never
did
seen
get-
that
they
part
did
of
What
my-
kind of photos are you liking?
Exactly, bro.
It's
Like,
on your
yeah.
explore page.
Yeah, you gotta be the one to go out and like a bunch of nipple pictures for them to pop up because I follow a lot of tattoo people on mine, so I get a lot of like tattoos, and you'll see nipple in it because it's almost part of the art. So yeah,
I
you know, like yeah, as an
okay.
art form,
Well,
think
I like a
absolutely.
bunch of really, really high fashion pages, right? So a lot of like really tall Eastern European models show up on my page.
Yeah,
And bitches ain't wearing bras, which is not happening. So it's like I see a lot of freaking nipples on IG, and then also it's like I follow a lot of black people, and you know that's part of like bad bitch culture, just have your nipples out. So pops up. Moving forward, though. Moving forward. What was the next
Yeah.
question?
I'm like so curious about your timeline, but that would be derailing.
It's literally just coffee, cars, clothes, and models. That's all it is.
Of course.
I mean,
That's all I really like, to be honest. Is like, yeah, I love coffee. I like vintage cars. Like my Instagram stories is my mood board. You guys have seen that.
Yeah.
So that's my feed with models. I just don't post models on my story yet.
Yeah.
I might just do it one day and see what someone says. And they posted that photo of supposedly it was Eddie Murphy, but he was eating food off the nude model. Did you guys see that? It was in my story.
I did.
He was like on a rooftop in Paris eating steak and fries off the model's back. That's
You were like
gold.
goals or something. Yeah.
That's fucking gold. Like, if my girl ain't down to let me eat steak and fries off her back, she's probably just not that.
stupid. All right, so ladies, how can you tell if a guy's game is good or bad?
Ooh.
If she sleeps with him.
That's
how you know.
I didn't know it's bad. You just like walk away, you ghost them because that
Yeah.
apparently that's a thing to do. You buy
Have you
someone a
done that
drink.
before? Surely.
Wait, what?
Apparently, I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Yes.
They just
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah, and just leave after they buy you a drink.
She said she was gonna come back.
Yes, I've done that for sure. And then they follow you around the club, just like, get the fuck away from me.
Like, that's funny.
I got what I wanted. How do you know a dude's game is bad? I feel like if he's like over eager and like not confident and like he second guesses himself. Like there's for game to be good, he has to do the dance, right? Like he has to kind of like flirt with you and like make conversation and like engage you. But if he's like being hella thirsty, you know he has weak game, and like it's a next caller, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it all quiet? Like, say
No, I agree.
If we're all sitting here, we're all just thinking about it. We're all just kind of like, she has a point.
That's true.
Guys, take notes, fellas. All right, because
like in the
guys will follow you all through the club and they just follow you through the bar. Should I buy you more drinks?
Also, there's another thing that some female friends do. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of it. Is when they approach you for their guy friend. They're like,
I hate
like just letting you know, like
I hate
my friend thinks you're really pretty. Like, do you think
Fuck,
you
I
could
hate
talk to
that.
him?
I
And
hate
that,
that.
like,
too.
like
hate
fresh friends
that.
are like, okay, well, I don't really want to talk to him to begin with, but I'll say hi.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
Why
get
are you,
that from the
like, forcing
female's
me to
perspective
talk to
too.
this person?
Yeah, like
And
So-
it's really awkward.
So here's the fucked
So
up
just
part
don't
about
do
it.
that, please.
and now you and the dude are just like talking shit about the guy who didn't have the balls to come talk to
I know
you.
exactly. Like, why would I want to talk to you if you didn't
So-
even want to come up to me yourself?
I get that.
So
I
is
get.
like, your female friend always going to be there to like talk to you for yourself?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I get that from
Don't do that.
females. Like a girl will come up to me, she's hella attractive. She comes up to me, hey, my friend thinks you're cute. I'm like, oh, okay.
You see some Jabba the Hutt looking
Right?
bitch in the corner, you're like,
It's it's like I'm looking every time. I've been scarred. I've been going to club for years, and I know that usually the ugly girl usually comes sees the girl over there. It's always that way. It's always, and I'm so closed off, and I'm like, well, I was like, tell your friend to fucking grow some and come fucking talk to me if she wants to fucking. Tell me.
The last time I went to a club, last time I was at a club, a man approached me for his friend who was a lady, and that was like a big first for me.
Oh,
that was like
that's happened before too.
How do you react?
I've never, and I mean, for the most part, I was just like, I was really taken aback. I've never had that happen in my life.
Yeah.
Where another man came up and was like, "Oh, hey, my friend, sure," or not. He said, "Oh, you should come meet my friend." But I know what that meant, right? So you should come meet my friend. You should meet my friend, and I kind of like was just dancing around that. Didn't want to.
Yeah.
It's like not. It's because for me, it's like because I fully accepted the fact that girls don't really have to have game. Girls don't have to be the initiators all the time.
Wait, what?
Like, so if a girl came up to you and was like, "Oh, my friend thinks you're cute. She wants to come talk to you," I'll go back. Like, I'll figure this out. Like, oh, okay, let me see your friend. Let's find out, right? But just know, if the person you sent to approach me is more attractive than you, I'm probably gonna hit on her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So just don't, you know what I mean? Like, don't give me the bait and the line. So I'll take it all. Like,
Yeah.
so you better keep something for yourself.
Wait, girls don't have to have game, really?
Well, they don't have to have like
I guess
initiation.
they don't. They can just.
They don't have to have. If
out.
you're really attractive, you don't have to have.
Yeah,
Well,
have
isn't
a
that
skirt
game in
hiked up.
itself?
Oh, I fucking. I have
No. Okay, hold on. Yes, girls do need to have game for one simple fact. There's always another girl there.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, a girl can easily like yes or no to anybody that's in the room. But if there's 50 dudes and 2 chicks and one of them's hotter, that other one is not going to get attention at all. Because everyone's going to be like, oh, this is the hot chick. So yeah, women are going to have to show like some sort of game to be able to go against that.
Oh, well, quick pause. Yeah, I agree. That's what I said.
I mean,
like,
that's the reason why like clubs sit there and they always
Is that game though? Is that really game?
Yeah,
It
it's
is game.
competition.
It is, because at that point there's something. So here's how games work. What is a game?
That's
A game
peacocking.
is competing against something
I
else.
don't know.
Right.
If it's
think
a
it's
one-set
peacocking.
thing, it's not. There's no winning. Games are all about winning, and if there's nothing to win, there's no game. The fact that like winning for attention, which is mainly like, sorry to say this, a lot of women go for the attention value versus just the like sleeping value or whatever. They just want the attention of somebody there. So I would say that women would throw out more game, especially if there's, competition. If there's a lot of women, having to throw game is not. Typically clubs, they don't like a lot of dudes versus a small amount of girls. They usually go with like a large amount of females to a decent amount of guys. So that way there's like, I can fuck up on one. I still got 3 more chicks to go.
So the question I want to ask, is there more difficulty for the fellas than it is for the women?
Yeah.
I mean, like, because honestly, if some girls they'll come in there like, I seen it in the club, especially. We're always referencing club. That's where you pick up girls. Right? They have their skirt all hiked up. They get like, you know what I mean, look all pretty, and they get all this other stuff. Like, for women, is that difficult for you to do? Like, is there a certain kind of difficulty of doing that to look pretty for so guys can come to you? I didn't know.
Girls sit there and spend like 2 years on YouTube trying to figure out how the fuck they get their makeup exactly how they want to make themselves look the way it is. You don't get it. Girls spend years making themselves the person that they are. So it's like, yeah, is 2 hours in the mirror really that much time? No. But how long did it take them to develop those techniques? A fucking long time. That's a fact. Like,
true fact.
I date people who are really big into doing that, where it's like they spend every day still watching videos to be like, how can I minorly enhance how I'm looking, which includes like adding a bronzer, adding like whatever this is, some weird makeup thing here, makeup thing there, tweezing a little more of the eyebrow, growing more of the eyebrow, like shit like that. Yeah, it's a lot of work because it's a constant thing. It's not just like the amount of work of how it works. If you really like, let's say there's a boardroom. How I see it working with people, because I know people in that industry and shit, they spend a good amount of time making sure that their body and how they look and how they perceive themselves to what they want people to see them is top notch. It takes all of this like large amount of time to get to that point versus the actual like how long they're in this state of mind, how long they're in that persona in a way. going to the club, they'll probably be at the club for 2 hours. It took them 2 hours to get ready for that, but it took them years to develop their confidence and their makeup level to get to yes, this is how it is, to a point where they can go to a club and not have to throw too much game because they're like, nah,
So hold on.
my makeup's on fleek. Fuck it.
So point something out real quick. They spent years perfecting their contour.
Yes.
Just make eye contact for 1 second and look away. Being that.
That's what I'm saying, right?
And it fucking
Oh my God,
works.
do it every
Because
day.
it works.
No.
100% works.
Because guys, we get rejected. We gotta fucking get our mental, like we gotta get our mental sanity right. Like fuck, I've been rejected. I gotta, like you know what I mean?
So
like all right.
I think for women, it's like you kind of have to guarantee the fact that you're going to be approached, and you only have to have enough game to like string him along a little bit. But what it takes to get a man to do something versus what it takes to get a woman to do something is totally different. To get a man to do something, you typically just dangle sex as a carrot, and that's it. That's about it. A man who doesn't have good game will pretty much be strung on indefinitely for the promise of intimacy. Like that's it. So as long as you know how to keep cooking the cookie jar and be approachable, like that's game for women. That's it. That's all you need to know. Game changes when you're like in the beginning, where I was like, if you're a chick who really hangs out with super affluent people, or you're like hanging out like ballers, right? If you're one of those chicks where you always get invited to all the NBA parties, all the rapper parties, where you have a lot to gain if you can string someone along, then yeah, top tier, you might have game. But other than that, not necessarily. But for men, it's like you got to become the approacher, right? Like you're the approacher. And it's like you can have the world's tightest game, but in the end, she's gonna make a split decision whether or not she'll give it up to you. So it's still not even like
Guaranteed.
for a man, like you know, if I offer it, he'll probably take it. Like you just know.
You mean to tell me all my Fresh Prince pickup lines aren't gonna work?
Oh, they'll totally work. Watch this Fresh Prince. If you watch this Fresh Prince and she knows they're coming from Fresh Prince, it's totally gonna work.
It's gonna work? All right, because I got a whole book of it, man. All right, somebody actually asked a question. They said, do you believe in awkward game? Kind of
Yeah, I love that shit.
where
Awkward
it's
game?
awkward, but it works for the guy.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. That shit works?
Yeah, when a guy's like super like I don't know, like let's say he's like super attractive, but he's like like kind of awkward and shy and like kind of aloof and maybe even like self-depreciating. That shit's kind of, I like it. It's attractive to me. It has to be the right dude, right? Like he has to be like attractive for it to work.
Yeah, it's got to be somebody who's super hot and
yeah.
I mean, that's like you really have to make it up the other
probably has a job, makes good money,
Aww.
and
We're talking about these
little
awkward, like computer nerds, like.
It's got to be a
Like,
10 out of 10.
Does that work?
And then he can be awkward. Yeah, fucking of course.
Yeah.
If it's like funny,
It
You
works
can,
because
you can date a model, a brain dead model. It's the same shit. Like,
Wow.
It'll work.
Okay,
it's
but
10 out of 10 in
That's
looks, but
the
she's fucking.
yeah, if he's like funny, awkward. Honestly,
Yeah.
I would take a funny, awkward guy over a dude that's super cocky or arrogant.
Same.
Like that shit
Like-
turns me off.
Yeah, same. Like we like alphas, but not total
Uh-oh.
alphas. We want
Yeah.
guys.
Said
Wait,
a
someone
buzzword.
I wasn't here. Fuck, man. All right, fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew someone was gonna say it. I was
I
like,
hate this phrase.
say this.
Mm.
I'll answer your question. Hey, Jonas said, "What's up, Max?"
Hey, yo, what's happening, bruh?
So all right. First little questions for Shirley here now. She's
First question. Do you eat ass?
Oh man. Okay, so let me explain.
Oh shit!
So she does.
No, but one time I was giving my fiance like really intense head,
Oh shit.
just like sloppy,
Popping
like
balls.
butt was wet, like all of it, right?
Like with the grapefruit and everything.
Like,
Just
like Jill Scott did on the microphone, like that
The
kind
great,
of
hey, word up the great.
Say this, please.
Jill Scott.
And he had asked for me to put a finger in his butt.
yes. I'm glad I'm not the only person who's had that happen to him.
Yeah, so I did.
Did he?
Prostate exam, huh?
That's good enough.
It
Hey, a man's G spot is right there. You just gotta keep going further down.
again, this was my fiance, so like I wasn't gonna say no.
Well, did you like it or what?
Did you eat?
What was his
About
reaction? I
it?
want
Is
to
it
know
something
now.
you see yourself doing more? Like, you did it.
I don't want to be like homophobic in any way. Honestly, this isn't my intention.
Mhm.
But after it, I don't know, I felt weird. Like I looked at him a little differently.
The
Yeah.
funniest thing is, I've heard that from a lot more women that have said all have been in that position where they're like, yeah, no, like I don't like the idea of doing that because of this. Like I've done it before, and the guy's like, do it.
Yeah, yeah.
But just fucking
Yeah.
put it in my butt. And it's like,
Do it.
yeah, I don't want that.
Do
Like
it.
that's the reason why I dated guys, for me
Yeah, and I
being
feel
the one to
bad.
put something into. That's totally
I
fine.
feel
It's not
bad.
homophobic. It's not homophobic.
I'm a woman, he's a dude, so it's not gay. But like I just looked at him differently after it. Forever. Like it forever
I'm gonna
changed.
do this, but I'm just
Like,
gonna be very awkward moving forward.
Yeah,
yeah.
you should have just gone with the tongue, bro. Damn.
Yikes.
Face.
No,
All right, next question.
Please.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, Anne Shirley, what do you use when you masturbate? Like, do you watch porn? Like, do you use your imagination? Do you like
Kylie,
read
got
fan
dark real
fiction
quick.
or whatever? Like, what do you do?
Oh my god.
I just got
Like, how do
dark.
you get off?
Damn,
Well, so it depends like on my mood, right? So like for example, if I want to manifest something, like if I want something for my future, I use my orgasms to do so, and I don't want any distraction. So I will not use porn.
Okay.
And I have this special toy, and I just like get really into it. I start imagining myself having sex with myself, if that makes sense, and I get really turned on about like everything about my body. And then like the orgasms are so intense, like you can feel yourself getting to that edge, and the moment I get to that edge, that's when I start like thinking about all the things that I want for my future, just like I want this, that, and the third. And then I
Wait. So you get yourself off to a point, and then you're like, "Fuck! I want a house. I want a car.
Yeah, exactly.
I want 2 dogs and a picket fence." Really?
Exactly,
That's like
yeah.
that.
Like,
No, I'm never gonna
I never heard
understand
that.
women and orgasms. Yeah, that's
I'm just
fucking
picturing-
shit's wild.
Wait.
That's the last thing I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about a fucking mortgage when I'm boning, yo. I'm
No, but
in it. Here's
she's
what I'm
actually
thinking.
she's actually onto something, because when you actually manifest, it's when you're going through strong emotional energies. That's when you actually manifest something. So she's actually onto something. Most people have to meditate for hours to get to that point of energy. She's actually using the most powerful energy we can do, which is an orgasm, and she's pushing out her manifestation down to the universe with this strong, I guess, catapult of energy. So I've heard of this before. It's pretty damn good.
I can picture.
Thank you.
I can
Exactly.
picture. I can picture Aunt
No.
Shirley's like freaking temple, like she has like candles and shit. Like, I can picture the whole layout right now. Like I'm like, wait
She
a
got
minute.
incense burning and shit. She's
Like in the center is like a
No
nice bathtub, like
disruption.
floating
nice
lotuses.
music.
It's like floating lotus flowers in the
Okay,
bathtub.
Shit.
I mean,
So I'm gonna
like,
keep that in mind. So the next time with the girl, right before I make her finish, I'm gonna start giving her a bunch of positive affirmations.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Get a
Like-
house. You will have this.
Get
I'll be
some like
in there and be like,
magazines
smart.
or like like
You're
looking for a
beautiful.
new home.
You got
You know,
this. Like I'm just
Good
starting
kitchens.
boosting her up.
I truly believe that sex is a creative energy, and you can use it for your benefit. You can use it to like even believe in your like to overcome like insecurities, and I don't know. It's just powerful, and so I use it, masturbation, as one way to get what I want. And then sometimes when I'm in the mood, right, like I'll look up some really like I like looking at lesbian porn. I find that like very attractive to see two women like into each other.
Too.
I like
Interesting.
I like some weird I like
Turn me
watching.
on.
I have specific tastes. Okay, let's just say I have specific tastes when I'm looking at porn.
Learned a
And
lot
yeah,
today,
like
man.
I have
Learned a lot today.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, I like looking at vaginas too.
like women are so beautiful.
I know, right?
When they're in
Yeah,
that
the pussy's immortal.
Like vaginas and like nice tits, you know?
Did you hear what Vajre said? He said pussy's immortal. Exactly. That should be why they should make shirts that say that, by the way.
Oh, that was funny.
All right. Last question.
Okay.
Yeah, Got it.
I literally can't top those questions. I'm just.
I can't think of anything either.
I was like, no one's got a question.
I got a question.
Okay.
Where was the last public place you had sex?
Oh, nice.
Oh wow. That you're assuming I fuck in public. Okay. Well,
All right,
yeah.
this- all people do at least once.
When you go in a car, it's public. You know that, right? When you're doing
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You
Just
get in
clarifying.
The last place I had sex in public, yeah, it was in a car.
Yeah,
It was in a
public
very nice
place.
car. It was a very, very nice car.
We talking at a park, in someone's driveway.
So my partner at the time, we had gone to the club, we were dancing, and then he was like,
At the
"No,
club.
we have to go. We
Always
have
a
to go
club.
now." So I was like, "All right," and we drove to the Golden Gate Bridge Park, like it's all like all those trees and stuff where the Academy of Sciences are,
Okay.
Mm.
and
Nature shit.
yeah, I like it because you can be loud, right?
Wow.
And yeah, that's what happened.
Bro, I live right next to that, and I haven't fucked in that park. Thanks. I've now thought about it.
Wow, dude.
Quarantine here, and I'm doing this tomorrow.
You're welcome.
By Sunday's episode, I'll have a new story. I swear.
But I hope so.
All right, so moving on to the next question. Someone actually has a question here.
Ooh, that was hot.
I know. Appreciate you doing that. So here's a question. So what's more important, game versus status?
Game.
Game.
Oh, game.
Game.
Yeah, game.
Status.
If you have super tight game, you can pull any chick, guaranteed.
It's true.
Facts.
And I'm sorry, it's like it's not a matter whether or not she finds you attractive. It's game, like awkward game, right? You guys with awkward game. It's a very, I'm gonna call it a niche set of game. In fact, I don't call it game at all because I don't call it like a niche set because like it still has all the markers of normal game.
Hey.
Confidence, aloofness, self-direction, right? So it's presented differently, but same fucking flavor as all the other games.
Hey, if
But
it's like on here.
Your game is like stupid tight. You can pull any chick. Doesn't matter what you look like or what you have.
Someone said status. You got
Oh.
status.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I've pulled chicks from rich guys before. It doesn't matter if you have money. If you don't have game, you can't hold on to her.
Right.
You can get her,
Right.
you can buy her shit, but once she finds out you're a simp, you ain't about shit, then,
Damn. Oh, you just said a buzzword.
Oh, you said no, you did.
We're not gonna ever get to this question.
This is why we need
Man,
4.
that's some bullshit having 4, man. It's supposed to be one fucking word, man. It's supposed to be one word.
No, it's supposed to be buzzword, not buzz phrases.
We never gonna
Thank
get to
you.
this
Thank
shit.
you.
Word.
God damn. Okay.
God damn it.
Irritating.
God damn it. This is
Go ahead,
awful.
go ahead.
All right, I had a question for Alpha Monk.
Oh, shit.
What was your most disappointing sexual experience?
Oh, okay. All right, so this is when I used to drink. I think I was like 22. And we used to do a midnight bowling. And there was these 2 chicks that I used to like that I went to school with. And one was a white girl and one was a Mexican chick.
Mhm.
And the Mexican chick I knew was easier, but I knew the white girl really wanted to be with me. So I knew if I had sex with her, that I would have to like form a relationship. I didn't want that. But they were friends. So I just remember going to the bowling and we got super drunk and I was all over the Mexican chick and she asked me to take her home. So I went and took her to my mom's house, and me and my mom didn't stay together or anything at that time. So my mom had an extra room. So I took her to my mom's house and my mom wasn't there. So we went in and everything, and it was really all bad. It was whiskey dick and like
That's the worst.
it was all bad. I couldn't even finish, and like I lied. That was the first time I think that I faked an orgasm, and it's like it's not that hard for guys to fake orgasms. I mean, we do it all the
Especially if
time.
we're wearing a rubber. If we're wearing a rubber, she really
It's not that hard. So she didn't know, and I had a condom on, so she didn't know. She didn't ask to see anything. So that was probably the worst, just because she was like a wet blanket, man. Like she just laid there. Like even when I tried, doggy style, like she halfway like kind of fell, and like she was just drunk too. It was horrible, man. So I stopped having sex while being drunk.
That's the worst. I don't like doing that either.
Me either. It's horrible.
Yeah.
You can't even remember shit either.
All right, next question.
Have you ever like hooked up with a girl to get something out of her?
Like her money?
Besides sex?
But yeah, but besides sex.
Security? Like what?
Besides sex?
Yeah, like did you fuck a woman for a car?
No, like what did you fuck a girl? Like was there ever a situation where like maybe, I don't know, like you needed a place to stay and there wasn't a girl you were like that attracted to, but you knew she would let you stay at her place, so you fucked her?
No. No, I never have. No.
I don't know. Like
no, I have pretty high standards, so I never have.
you
Yeah,
no, but
I
that's
never needed
like
anything that a girl had that I needed to like seduce her for it.
that's a true that's a true.
You're about to say that buzzword.
I almost did.
You're just about to say it.
I respect it, but that's my question.
You better be careful.
Ooh.
Hey, you guys have seen this jacket before, right?
Oh wow, no.
I like it.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I know where you got
All
that from.
Saints. I had to sleep with a chick to get this, so yes.
Oh,
Wow!
No, Max.
Right.
I
Max,
just thought about it. I was
No,
like, wait
no,
a
Max.
second.
that wasn't the only thing you got. You got a guitar and you got a cell phone.
Wow! He's a
Damn,
horror
bro.
shirt, baby!
Damn.
To a different chick.
From a different chick, too.
It's got on my cell phone. The new phone back in the
I was
day.
like, I don't have. Wait, did she give me the phone?
Yeah.
Is that where I got the phone from?
You got the phone and the guitar. She gave you both.
Oh
Wow, you're
shit!
terrible.
No, you got her the
Bullshit.
phone. You got her the phone. You got her the phone.
Not
I got her. Okay, I was like, is that where I got the fucking phone from?
But it wasn't equivalent to the
Oh.
guitar that you got.
No, of course not. No,
And she gave you like a whole speaker with it.
no. She got me a fucking. It was a bass amp, like a bass amp and a guitar head. And I was like, what? Like we just dropped like $900 on some shit. Nice.
Whoa, were you guys even in a relationship or?
We were in a relationship.
okay.
The jacket one was not. That's I'm like, fucking throwing me under the bus. God damn it! This is called a gift.
Yeah, whatever. You didn't say
Yeah, whatever.
no. Someone said, wow, he's a true manipulator of the emotions.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, one, she didn't talk to me after. And I'm like, all right, cool. I got a sick ass jacket at the end, so fuck it. Like,
This
sure.
guy. All right, last question.
All right. No one's got
Ellie,
it.
ask a question. You always come with the fucking hot hitting questions.
Okay, well, let's go back to the. What was your last search on Pornhub?
Yeah.
I don't use Pornhub.
You didn't answer that one before.
He's like ex-hamster all the way.
Okay, so
what
turn your
was my last
sharing
one?
on, and we're gonna go on Pornhub and look what your last search was.
I don't use Pornhub, but my last search was who was that? What's her name? Tiana Trump was my last search.
Who's Tiana?
Tiana Trump? You
Look
have
her
so,
up.
like a Trump fetish? What?
No, just look her up.
Trigger.
No.
No, we're the podcast.
I will. look her
Tiana,
up.
that's
Oh my God.
T-E-A-N-N-A Trump.
All right, man.
Okay, now I want to look.
All right, man. It's sold, I guess.
She's pretty.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah.
She's pretty.
he said, yeah.
Oh
Shut
yeah.
the shit up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, she's okay.
Yeah. That was my last search.
All right.
Oh
Nice.
Do
shit.
you search more porn stars and of like subjects or something?
Yeah, it all depends on what I'm feeling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got like a couple more minutes left.
I'm like sweating bullets. I'm like, man, these questions are hot. I'm not trying to say one of these words.
No, right?
Wait, what words?
The ones we're not supposed to say. The
Stop
buzzwords.
Leland.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up, Leland.
Aw.
You just hopped on. Leland's like, hey, hello. All right.
Have her come on the after show.
She wants to. Okay, so the whole miss of this whole game thing. We'll end with one question here. I'll blend it together. How can someone improve on their game, and how do you practice game? Like something that we can kind of mold together for people who have issues with game. Perfectly, the men maybe have
Right.
issues with that. How does
So
one
I-
improve the practice?
How
So
to
I have
improve
a-
your
I have a
game,
little
you improve your
brother.
confidence.
Yeah, I have a little
100%.
brother who,
Confidence has got a big part of it.
How do you?
Doesn't have much game, and he's kind of nerdy, but he's a really handsome guy, and so I try to help him with that. And he's right. Max is right. It's first it starts with confidence, and then you have to get over this thing of what I did is I got over beauty. I got to a point where I had to know that beauty just wasn't the ultimate thing. You know, you start dating a lot of girls who are really pretty. You start to see that there's not this. I'm sorry to say it's not the special thing that's going on. You know, they are just an ordinary girl. They're just very pretty. And then you start, if you do that enough, you start to see a different, higher perspective on that. Then you kind of get over that fear of approaching a pretty girl. But I mean, you always have that, you know, that heart thumping when you're approaching somebody because it's just, you know, the anxiety of meeting someone and nobody wants to be told no. So having your confidence in yourself and understanding that just because she said no has nothing to do with you being unattractive, had nothing to do with you being who you are as a person. It's just she either isn't interested and she has a boyfriend or some other weird ass reason that happened to her that day. It can be, you know, she could just have a badass day, doesn't want to talk to anybody, doesn't matter how cute he is or not. So it's just being comfortable in your own skin, understanding who you are, what you like about yourself. And it doesn't matter if she says no or not. You know, you can do all cold approaches all you want, as long as you're confident in who you are and understand that it doesn't really affect who you are as a person. And I think, you know, you'll develop a really good game.
So to build confidence, there's like self-help books, stuff like that, for people to build up their confidence.
Well, just the whole confidence thing. I've always held this belief about confidence, and I haven't found anything in any self-help book to ever refute this. If you want to be a confident person, do things that are worth being confident in, right? If you're somebody who does nothing with their life, you have no business being confident. Like, why would you be confident? You haven't proven anything to anybody or yourself. So my advice to guys too who are like, I want to talk to girls, I'm not that confident. It's like, yeah, go to the gym, learn about yourself, get your money right. We're starting tomorrow, cold approach. Like, nothing will make you more confident with girls than talking to girls. I don't care how buff you are, how much money you have, how much you read about game, how much you do X, Y, Z, until you're out there with a little tally clicker, counting cold approaches every single week, you'll never get better. So my whole thing is like, yes, work on getting fit for your health. Work on money for your financial future. Work on starting a business for this. Work on your spirituality for you. You want to get better at chicks, just talk to them. That's it. Just talk to girls. Just start cold approaching. And after you do that, honestly, if you cold approach, let's say like 5 girls a day for like 5 weeks, like you'll be fine. You'll be fine the rest of your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the time you get through week number 2, you will know through a process of calibration what works and what doesn't work, right? What girls are your type, what girls aren't your type. And as you elevate your status, let me not say some words here. As you become a higher status male, right? As you become more valuable in the perceived marketplace, then it's like you can go for like hotter and hotter chicks. But it's like in the beginning, like all that self-help shit, all that, oh, I'm gonna work on myself and then come back. Like, no, just do what the fuck you're supposed to do. Talk to girls. That's the only way. You'll save yourself months and months and months, because you realize is if you have tight game, she doesn't care if you have 6-pack abs. She doesn't care if you're a millionaire. She doesn't care if you're a fucking senator. You got game.
Yeah.
Right? So why does it matter? So that's my
you got shit to talk about. You make her laugh. You make her feel comfortable, and you have shit to do when she's around. Then that's like you're almost in there. And you know, looks come like pretty much 5th in that line. Okay. So it's like like I heard a joke like once. It's like if you make her laugh, you fly off. So it's like, you know,
got 1 minute. But all right, Leland said, buy a mail order bride, boom, and done.
You know what? I actually agree.
If you're a millionaire, you can have 0 game. Yeah, she has a lot to say. But I'm gonna end it here. We'll go on the post episode. We'll kind of have, if she's able to hop on, we'll do that. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, talking about game. If you guys have any ideas or things you want to add to it, that'd be awesome. If you guys need some help or something like that, talk to these guys right here. You know, it's kind of experience, a little bit more seasoned. Yeah, man, feel free to comment, but go on our website, www.ydaypodcast.com. It's all on there. But until then, I'll see you guys next episode. All right.
All right, yeah.
Bye.
Boom.
Doses.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Hey, this is going on. This is Dante from the Why Day Podcast, the host, and hope you guys like our content on the last episode. And just letting you guys know that we are going to be posting everything on our website, www.whydaypodcast.com. And for all the information, you can go on here. I know if you guys already looked on the video, it's on YouTube. YouTube episodes are on here. Everything on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, Google Play, all that is on there. Now, another thing we also are giving out for a lot of listeners who's been listening for a while, we actually have a Patreon. So a Patreon account, if you donate, it's a $5 tier of $5 a month. What we're going to be giving you is some exclusive content, which is going to have 30 to 45 minute Q&A before the episode. So if we typically have a guest speakers on there. We have some love coaches on there, like we had in our last episode. We have a love coach, relationship gurus, motivational speakers. So you got the Q&A time within 30 to 45 minutes to talk to them before we do our episode. Or if you want to talk to any of us, some of the speakers on there, the co-hosts and things like that, we also open that up for anyone out there. Also, we're going to be having an exclusive giving out the prior episode. So we're going to have the episode and you're going to have the first leak of the episode before we even put it on to everybody else to see. So that's all we have. It's just $5. It's a very small number. I know most people are, got other investments, whereas Netflix, I'm not competing with Netflix or Disney Plus, but it's something that we're giving out for you guys here. If you want to tune in there, that's also on the website. I'll put the link right down here. So it's www.whydaypodcast.com. And now I'm going to get back to my work. So if you guys want to kindly just, scatter,